I'll have to go in console and I need to turn on these features. This one should turn on the feature.
What was that command?
Right here, I'll paste it in here. Well, let's see. We need to create the flag first, and probably feature create name hash rocket volunteer ops create. And then there's another one that we need to do. I can't create that because it already exists, but it's, I think it. Oh, Postgres is complaining about locales, but I don't think that affects us. But I'll paste it into the Slack. And feature activate volunteer ops list. We'll just check that works. So let's set it to true. And if I refresh this, we should get those two new buttons in the or links in the nav bar. So that works. So I'll paste that in the chat as well.
Hello guys.
Hello, Sympathy.
I hope
Hi,
there's
Shampoo.
yeah, I guess there's the sound of the musical fan in the background, I guess.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just stay in the background, although I might have to I'll be just I mean I can't really do much coding, so I hope that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
By the way, David, how did you get a desktop client on Linux?
What client?
A desktop Slack client? Like that
It's
seems
not a
like
real client. I'll show you how to make it.
Is it a Chrome window?
No, I'll put it in general. It's a Chrome window, yes. You know how to make
Oh,
those?
okay. Yeah, I know. Although I don't really use Chrome, so it's no use. I just love my Firefox because the instant I open Chrome, I mean, like after a few, let's say, like about 20 tabs, it crashes. While so I can't use that. My
Does
Firefox.
Firefox Does
Yeah, my
Firefox
Fire.
have desktop notifications yet?
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
had,
would.
I think, from the past 5 versions. So it's pretty modern. It's not that it's Chrome is the only cool kid on the market. So
Oh, no, 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 it isn't. Yes. They work together on this HTML5 committee and
yeah, I mean,
making
like
up
I
new
usually.
ways to, I don't know, making up new ways to make the web better than the desktop.
Uh,
It's
you usually like Firefox is pretty awesome memory management. So like I can open up thousands of tabs without it crashing. Not thousands, I mean hundreds, I can say. So that's why I always stay with Firefox on every machine. I never really switch to Chrome. You put that in backticks. Put that in backticks. It'll make it look like a code. Uh,
yes.
yeah, this is one awesome thing that Slack supports, like Skype. Will never.
Right, so local support. Hopefully, I put the code in here. Put this one in. Backticks as well, because this is pretty important. Hopefully, when you copy and paste, the backticks won't be there. No, I can't get the backticks in there. Oh, it's because I'm hitting escape, which is right next to my backtick key. Maybe if I do, yeah, 3 backticks, then it'll be pre-formatted. Yeah. So we need to stick these either in the wiki or in the code, because it saves people the time of calculating it from the documentation. There's a hilarious cat appeared here. Hard eyes cat. Good.
He's excited about the future files.
Right. That's good. We don't know how well they perform, but in terms of not having the
I
complexity of
mean,
adding Redis
I,
and everybody
I kind
having
of
to
wish
maintain it. Go on.
I kind of wish like there was a UI interface instead of just like command line thing, so that Sam wouldn't have to be the only person to turn it off or on. I mean, like Rachel could also do it.
Yeah. Although, yes, it might make sense. Although I wouldn't necessarily want. I would say that would be good for something that was a clear plugin, but something that's just a kind of a path through the code that's almost temporary. I'm kind of in two minds about that. But if it was something that was a permanent feature that might be optional, that they might not want at some point in the future, then yeah, definitely we should give them a button on the UI.
Yeah, I think it's just for us. Like, I mean, it's not really something the client wants. So
Mhm. There's a really nice gem. I don't know if you saw it that MotoSM was using for Osra. It's called, I don't know, admin gem or something.
active admin.
Active
I've worked
admin,
on
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So it basically gives you controls for any model that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
create. Instantly gets some GUI controls.
yeah, and yeah. I
So
mean,
that that would do that kind of job for us if we didn't want to spend too much effort in it,
yeah.
making it just right. Now, Meryl says you're sharing some code separately.
I know I'm not sharing code. I'm just working
That's
on some other stuff here, and I hope
great.
I
I was
could
going to
help in
leave
the
you in the
background.
background.
Oh, never mind. I'll need to leave in 3 minutes. The match starts. So Never mind.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Germany-Portugal match. I'll probably leave. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's
right
kind of hard to concentrate on code and football.
yeah, then things start going wrong. So
Who's playing
Well,
today?
I usually notice that the ball is in the back of the net, and I don't know how it got there. So,
it's
yeah.
Germany and Portugal.
Oh,
Right. Has the United States played yet?
No, I think they have a match tomorrow.
No. I need to figure out why I haven't been able to log into this.
Follow
Uh, so that's the feature flags turned on. User
are
pool.
those steps like in the wiki?
Got no users. Where have all my users gone? No, they're not in the wiki as such, and they probably should be. Although I was quite inclined to make at least a first step as a create, because they don't put them right into a migration. Would that be useful? I think that'd be useful for everybody. It's,
What
To
would be useful?
say it again, yeah.
so this one where these two steps here, where you create the two flags, put them in a
That should
migration so they happen automatically
that
for
should
everybody.
that should go in the seed. In fact, although yeah, you could put that in the migration, but I think that seed is the correct
Mm.
place maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I have a question. If the feature flag is, for example, volunteer ops is turned off, will all the tests still pass?
Yeah, because we turn them on in the test files.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
We turn on the flag where it's needed, so we turn it on at the beginning of all the tests that you and John wrote.
So the controller goes
Yeah,
somewhere
and
else.
Marcelo and everybody else. But yeah, yeah, we do that in the Cucumber and in the
Great.
and there's a definition in Cucumber for turning it on, and we turn it on in RSpec as well. In RSpec, we turn it on with this piece of code. We just do that. Beginning of the spec.
Okay.
Uh, did you attend a Scrum today?
I did.
I go on.
Was John there in the Scrum today?
Nope.
Okay.
The other John was there.
Yeah, I meant John M.
Maybe he has an interview.
Makes no sense. Right. Check out feature uh, flag seed. Make a new branch. Oh, I'm searching everything and didn't exclude get. Oh, that's annoying. The whole thing's slow and you remember as soon as I look at the tree where it is. I can't get a program to find it for me. Um, so there is no seed at the moment. Let's see. Zeus Rake DB. I'll just copy and paste this from the chat. Sorry, I just whipped the headset off my head to avoid sneezing on you.
We appreciate the effort.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's the first thing that occurred to me.
Sometimes you gotta act fast. Ah, the match has started.
You're watching it too in the background?
No, Sam Pretty just posted it.
Alright. Did you run the feature create command?
Yes.
So to test, I mean, this hardly needs testing, but I don't think I'm going to write an automated test for it if you'll let me away with it, but we at least need to try it. So I think I'll just blow away my database and run the seed again, see how it is.
Oh, you're doing the seed? Is that what you just did with the seed?
No, I hate this thing. I hate running all this seed where it does all the geocoding and everything. We could do with breaking up the seed, couldn't we, into bits?
Yeah, the thing with that was that then people didn't necessarily know they hadn't done everything.
Well, how about, I mean, just, can I do it for features? Never mind with it, tinkering with anything else, and just say,
Well, what we should do is have all these things available as separate tasks and additionally put them into the big seed that will do everything.
how do we make rake task? Is there some incantation we have to put at the top of the file? This one, just plain old script, isn't it?
Well, we're going to need an argument, right? So look for one that has an argument. Where are you? Are you looking right at the other rake tasks?
Yeah. Oh, let me finish pasting all this stuff in here.
Okay.
And then I'll do. Yeah, we want one with all the arguments then. With an argument, and the argument would be the name of the task.
Okay, so emails has an argument. Emails rake.
don't know if it needs an argument. Where does it get its name from? If it's called DB import emails, why is the script just called emails.rake? Oh, I see. It's done with this namespacing thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I can use that as a template then. Call it feature seed. No, that's too long. Features.rake.
Feature flags.
Yeah, should be feature flag. Yeah. Well, people want them on or off. Or will they be happy to wait for go to the console to tweak them around?
I think that the rake task should turn them on or off. Well, what were you going to have it do?
Yeah, turn them on or off. I was just thinking, or just have them turn them on because developers would want them on in general. But yeah, as soon as you start going to staging or production, you want to think about having one or other of them off.
Yeah.
And you want a task for that. So it's DB.
Are we not going to write a test for this?
Well, I think we should write a test when we go to that stage, yeah.
I mean, for the rake task.
Pardon?
For the rake task?
I think so.
Unless you think TDD is dead.
Have you been watching those videos?
No. Have you? I've been reading people arguing about them now.
Yeah, I've been fascinated by them, but they're pretty much convinced that it's not dead. Anyway, it's not dead for me, whatever anybody else thinks.
Me neither. I just got used to it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the seeds namespace has already been taken, I think. Oh. Seeds. Feature flags.
It's in, so we have all these DB tasks.
Yeah.
I got... So is this a DB task? I guess it really is, right?
Yeah, we got one called seed already, so I guess we can't. That's kind of built into Rails somewhere, so it'd be kind of hard to change that into a...
No, we don't want to change that, but we could do something like, does it have to be DB? It could be rake, feature, flag. That is kind of long.
Yeah.
FF maybe?
So it'd be something like rake, FF, and then we would call... Even the names of the flags are quite long already.
Well, I think we're stuck with those.
Yeah. I don't know if we're...
And then so volunteer ops. Is that the name of the flag? Volunteer ops create?
That's the name of the flag, yeah.
Volunteer ops create and then on or off.
So where do you put in these commands? Where do you put the argument? Do you put it right after the name of the task?
look around. I don't know. So like rake db, migrate rake db test prepare with colons between it. Is it like that, or I think you do put it space and then after. But if we look through features, dash r rake.
There's a couple of things coming up on web search. You can add symbol arguments to the task.
Just looking to see how we did it in our tests.
Probably before just down.
Okay. Interesting. So from the step definition, like rake, you create a new rake task as an instance variable, and then at rake db import emails dot invoke and then the argument.
So this is in the emails. Yeah. So it's ended up with, yeah, this symbol for the argument. Well, I guess we could do that then. I mean, we could do something like, have we got tests for these?
Or yes.
Spec, rake, no.
There are, if you look in features, there are tests. I'm not sure about the specs.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the specs. Import email feature. Oh, where's my nice cucumber mode gone? And I import emails from, so it's in the step definitions. So this is what you're reading to me, this piece of code. So this is what I would want in my test. Do you want a cucumber test or an RSpec test?
Well, I would say I feel like it's something. A rig test is going to be run by a human, so it would make more sense to do it in Cucumber.
So right. Steps. Right, there's a lot set up. We're going to call it FF.
Yeah.
No, we can give it a longer name and put it in the short namespace, can't we? So the file would be that, and then you would just do db ff
I'm
activate.
not sure we should have DB there.
Just call it ff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
FF and then, yeah. Well, do we even need to activate?
Well, I guess that makes it. What I'm thinking is that, and I don't know what the cucumber is going to look like, but we would write something like rake ff activate volunteer ops create if you want it turned on, and you would do something similar. if you want it turned off. And maybe you could do something like rake FF, activate all, turn on. Or maybe you would just give it a separate name. I kind of like that though, if we can make that work.
So does that not make activate and deactivate separate tasks? Wouldn't it be better to have just rake, volunteer ops, whatever, or FF, rake FF, volunteer ops create on, rake FF, volunteer ops create off?
Yeah. Invoking the
activate,
command line,
deactivate.
it look like you put a space, and I'm just not entirely sure what it's going to look like. It won't have a colon there.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It would be something like, so we would just do rake FF and then space activate and then another space for this and then the second argument.
I think, I'm not sure about it with more than one argument.
Mm-hmm. It's not quite right. Optional D, which I think I can just put like that. To give these separate names. Action. So we could have it even shorter. We could just on or off because it's getting a bit long.
Yeah. I think you need the T. Oh, are you in step definition? Sorry. Never mind.
Else action. I guess we should default to off. So maybe I'm not sure how to do that. empty string.
I actually think you should default to on. Is that what you're doing?
It's defaulting to off. You prefer to default to on?
Yeah, because they're going to be set off by default, so the default reg task would be to turn them on, I think. What do you think?
Oh, I guess so, yeah. It's really only the cucumber anyway that I'm setting the default here off. So yeah, so it's not that important. If we mess up, the cucumber will know about it. Right. I think someone's calling me here. I'll just step away a moment.
Okay.
I'll be back in a moment. Well, I guess it's an admin feature. As a site admin, so that I Okay, it's time for me to go. I'm making a mess here, so I think
Okay.
I just need to delete all that. And suddenly I've forgotten how to do assertions in RSpec. Should be, oh sorry, yeah, you're right, expect. Expect feature.
What's the then?
It's not, it belongs to something else.
Ah,
Belongs to the code I copied and pasted.
I see. And you want dot two, maybe?
To, yeah, equal. I think it has to be to be true. I think that's all I need.
You think feature find by name is going to return a Boolean? Or are you just checking?
No, it should return a row, and I should be able to send the state message to it.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, state. It's not called state. There's the message. I don't know if you can just say to be active. I have a feeling that you can't. I'll try that in a minute though. Right, and we'll just run. Cucumber. Cheers. Admin. Set flags feature. I'm just curious as to where the first error is going to show up. Everywhere. Oh, yeah, I can't write that. I've put a dollar sign in all the wrong places. Where's that? Please tell me what line it's in. Line 1. Feature flag steps. Line 1. This is going to be confusing because I've got one step definition where we do it directly in the database in the model. Another one where we do it with the rake task, but we can worry about that later when I fix.
No. So yeah, just change the wording of the step definition for one of them.
Yeah.
So when I run the rake task or something. Yeah, I think you're right. That it would be confusing for too similar.
Well, I thought I wrote to be true, but something has gone wrong. There's no such thing as that. I just forgot the letter T. affect anything. Hopefully we can do something with that later. I gotta go now. Bye.
Okay, bye.